Hello and salam sejahtera to Dr. Hairul and everyone's watching. So in this video, me and the rest member of Subgroup 7 will present on the risk assessment of Proteomics lab. As to start, these are my team for this mini project, which is myself, Fadin Sakina. Next we have Ayu Azwani, Janai and Yvonne. I will now hand in the first part of this presentation to Wani.
Firstly, let's take a look what is risk and risk assessment. Risk is the probability of an adverse health effects because of exposure to hazardous substances. Risk assessment is actually an organized procedure to assess the potential risks that possibly interfere with workers' safety and health from workplace hazards.
There are 5 steps of risk assessment protocol. First, identifying substances, hazard, and examine manufacturer's instructions. Second, determine who is at risk and may be harmed and how it could happen. Third, assess level of risk and take further action. Next, record any finding in detail and distribute among workers. Lastly, monitor and review the risk assessment.
Okay, now why do this risk assessment need to be done in every lab? So first of all, it will provide the lab users with important information to improve safety in the lab. Next, this assessment will also cover on a full range of safety including environmental, physical, and chemical hazards. This assessment needs to be done periodically to ensure that the risk of hazard has not changed and updating the procedure if needed.
We were provided with an inspection checklist to assess the risk in a proteomics lab. Here, we can see that most items were available in the lab. However, an eye wash fountain was not seen and an integrated pest management program was not in place. Next, there's also a lack of sharp bins for the disposal of sharp waste. Meanwhile, the records and documents are not available for us to access. Here are some comments and recommendations for the unavailable items. Firstly, although the eye wash fountain is not seen in the video, it is assumed there is one placed outside or nearby the lab. An eye wash fountain is compulsory to be placed where the eyes or body of any person may be exposed to injurious or corrosive materials. Secondly, it is vital to have an integrated pest management program in laboratories as insects such as cockroaches may mechanically transmit disease pathogens and compromise the lab environment. Thirdly, only a general waste bin was provided in the lab. Sharp waste must be disposed and decontaminated separately as they may be contaminated with biohazardous waste and cut the lab personnel.
Before leaving the lab, the individual should wash their hands to prevent any contamination going out from the lab. These practices are important to protect the individual and of course for the surroundings. Meanwhile, the document and the report are really important to ensure the accuracy and the consistency of the lab. Other than that, the record and the document also provide a guide or a mean for the laboratory work, and it really recommended to have a document and report in every lab.
Here are the references that we use in this mini project, and I think that is all from us. Thank you for watching.